everybody, happy hump day. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Kelly Singleton. I'll be with you for the next hour with the fabulous Kat. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm really good, dead excited. We've got some really crazy makes today.
Oh yes, so today we are doing something slightly different. So of course we've got Kat in. We all know she's going to make some fantastic makes, but we're going to do something a little different. We're going to show you some last minute Christmas projects. So get a cup of tea, you can watch this back. Kat's got ready-made instructions and we can post these after the show, but she's going to make some lovely demonstrations. And I've only seen actually half of one and it's really good. It's really, really good. But you will probably know from watching Monday's show, we are having an absolutely crazy week here at Hunky Dory. Because can you just see in front of us these incredible goodie boxes, which I have to say over 60% has gone. Oh my goodness. Kat, have you seen these? Have you got one? Have you bought one?
I think I'm going to have to treat myself to one.
Oh,
they
really?
are so incredible. Yeah, I can't believe. I can believe that 60% have gone because they're just such fantastic value. And I get to play with one on Friday as well that I've just been told this morning, so I'm dead excited about that.
Oh, you do, don't you? And your mum watches the shows as well, doesn't she?
She
so
does,
you could have got her a Christmas present, but she might have bought one herself, I don't know.
I don't know, yeah, she might have already been shopping.
Because these are fabulous for Christmas presents, and we are going to open one today. Emily's been in the warehouse, and you'll have seen, if you've seen the picture on our Facebook page of how many goodie boxes stacked up, there's loads, so I'm hoping she's picked a good one. So, but before we get into anything, shall we just run this week's Win It Weekly? So, this week you can win our For the Love of Stamps designer selection, which I have just put over here by accident in my pile to show you. So there's 6 stamp sets. They're usually all £8 each, but there's going to be 4 winners of these. So you can get all these, and the question you have to answer this week is: being surprised causes humans to physically freeze for how many seconds? Is it A, 40 milliseconds? Is it B, 2 seconds? Or is it C, 55 seconds? I like this question.
Yeah, this is fun.
This is fun. I mean, I think one might be two. It depends what sort of surprise. A good surprise?
It does.
I mean, is there a bad surprise?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah.
If you don't
like people jumping out at you and things like that, that's still classed as a surprise, isn't it? But it's not a nice one.
And then you would be frozen for 55 seconds.
Yeah.
Like this. What about a surprise party? Would you like a surprise party?
No, I don't think I would.
Oh, I would, just if everybody knows in the office. Next big birthday. And that's not all we're giving away this week. Let me just get this out. Take a look at this, which it is almost bigger than me. So you can win £250 of store credit. So for any order that is placed this week, will get put into our mega prize draw, and we will pick one lucky winner, and we will announce that on Friday's show. So get ordering, and if the more orders you've placed, if you placed an order for the goodie box on Monday but you're going to place an order later this week, both of them will count as 2 entries into this prize draw. So what a lovely thing to have just before Christmas. I mean, I don't think anybody would be stuck with what to buy, would you, on you like getting the money on your Hunky Dory account?
Oh, absolutely not, no.
Just
And you've got enough there that you could treat yourself to some of all the amazing deals at the moment and save some for what's coming in January.
Yeah, definitely. So you could get some Christmas presents, or you could just treat yourself. But shall we just have a little look in here? So if you watched Monday, you will have seen that there is a correct way to open these by Mr.
I
Newhouse.
saw that.
Did you?
Yeah.
So I must admit that I am not amazing with a craft knife. I had an accident once at school. So they've always put me off, but...
You had craft knives in school?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Maybe you're not allowed now. Maybe that's showing my age. Yeah, in graphics class.
All right.
So let's open this up. Okay, I'm just going to throw this away. And then you will know if you've bought any of our other goodie boxes, you will get a special discount code inside yours. I can't show you, but it was on there, and you've got till the end of December to spend this. So even if you're giving this away as a gift, they've got to the end of December to have a look on our website and get 10% off. But so yes, let's have a look. Oh, I've never opened one of these myself. How exciting. A little gemstone roll here.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, look, a little Christmas moonstone mini. A little bauble one. That's lovely, isn't it? Essentials, glue pen. Oh, even our new glue dots have gone in.
Fabulous.
Fabulous.
Amazing for sticking that die down with.
Oh, yes, good idea. Oh, look at this. He's good, isn't he? There's so much detail in that Father Christmas stamp. And then the little book of Christmas cuddles.
Mega cute.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it? Deck the halls. So is this one of our cutter cards?
Yeah.
Is it? I'm not sure. But that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easy make a quick card with that. And then we have got some amazing topper sets in here. I'll just move that box out of the way a second. So we've got one that's even got some specialty foiling. Just look at that incredible holographic foil there. Lovely. Oh, a decoupage set here. Oh, that's lovely. For the joy of Christmas. And then we've got a Christmas spark. What's this one called? Oh, Christmas sparkle.
I
That's
love
really
him.
nice. Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's quite stylish as well if you've got, you know, super stylish friends. We have got in here a pack of inserts. And then we have got the coordinating Festive Radiance Mirror Magic collection. That's insane. I didn't even know any Mirror Magic was going into these, so that
is fabulous.
so good, isn't it? And then you've got the inserts as well, so you've got so much that you can make in here. If you think about how many cards you can make with a topper set, it's like 16, isn't it? Or if you're a bit frugal, you can probably make more. Then you've got the individual topper sets, dies, little books, stamps, all sorts in there. I was going to say, if you got one, you could share it, but you can't share this. You've got to keep it all to
why
yourself.
would you want to do that?
Oh yes, you've got to keep it all. So
You know what they say, Christmas is a time to be selfish.
yes, not a time for giving here at Okidor. It's a time to be selfish. So we are going to open another one on Friday with Kat. So I wonder what you're getting yours.
I don't know.
But let us know in the comments if anybody has had theirs delivered already, and what you've got, and just like if you love it. Or maybe don't tell us what you've got, because if it's a surprise for somebody, you've probably not opened it. So I'll pop that up on there, and then shall we head over to Kat and see her first Christmas make?
Hello. So we are starting with, because you've still got time to do this, I'm going to make an advent tree. I'll show you what I've got already, so you don't just think I'm going crazy, but it's coming together. So we are going to make, all needs to be stuck together. Yeah, I need the back panel, but it'll sit round. I've got this beautiful advent tree with all these lovely little boxes on that you can stick all your treats in.
Oh, I think that looks lovely.
So as you can see at the back, ignore my scribblings inside, there's a panel that we need to make here.
Yep.
And I'm going to show you how to do that, and then you just replicate that 6 times, stick it together, and we will show you the finished result at the end. So the first thing we need to do is cut our triangular panel. And I am using for this a beautiful AS pattern packs. What was it? Is it the jumpers? What's it called?
Oh,
What's its
yes.
professional name?
Adorable Scorable Pattern Packs and Jolly Jumpers, is it?
Jolly Jumpers, that's it.
Which at the minute, it's on our Black Friday deals, and you can get that pattern pack for just £2.99.
That is incredible. Wow.
Which I'm surprised actually that one's not gone because it's such a popular one, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
With all the really nice patterns.
So from that set, I have picked 3 different ones. I'm doing 2 panels each of for the base of my card. And then I've picked 2 extra patterns to help make up my boxes, so I've got lots of variety going round. So my final pattern is this beautiful green one, and I just want to cut a strip to 4.5 inches.
Michelle, I love your comment. She's put, share, what is this? Sharing hunky-dory goodies is forbidden. I know, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I thought, no, that's wrong. We do not share, we keep them for ourselves.
We do. So I'm going to pop this on my scoreboard just to help me mark it up. So this is, oh no, have I cut the wrong bit? Oh, no, cut it too small.
Oh no,
Don't believe that.
Have you got some more?
Right, we'll improvise. We'll do another panel with this one. So this is a different one, but you get exactly the same effect. So I'll cut this to 4.5. I promise this time, 4.5. There we go. So the first thing I want to do is find my centre point. So that'll be 2.25 inches. So I'm just going to use the line at the top here to mark that. And then from here, I want to mark 1/4 inch out on each side. So on this side, it'll be at 2 inches, and on the other side, it'll be 2.5 inches. And I'm just going to mark those points. And then I'm going to turn it round, and at the bottom, I'm just going to mark 1/4 inch in from each side. So that'll be 1/4 inch there, and 4.25 inches there. And now I'm just going to mark with my ruler. I'm just going to draw on my cutting lines because it's easier for when you're trimming it up. So from this first outside mark, I'm going to draw a line directly down to the bottom corner of my cardstock. And then into my middle mark, and I'm going to join this middle mark up with the first mark I made on the bottom here. And then I'm going to turn my cardstock around, and we're going to repeat exactly the same thing on the other side. So from the bottom corner up to the first mark on this side. And then back into the middle one again, and we meet that up to the inner mark that we've met on the bottom. And this is going to give us our basic panel shape with our 2 edges for attaching on the side.
And for anybody wondering, we can pop these measurements up later, can't we?
We can, yes, I will do. So I'm just going to cut away the outside panels, so we know how easy that's to do on our trimmer, even though it's a slanty angle. If you just make sure that your line is sat in your guide, you'll get a nice straight cut, even on a wonky angle. So just pop that in there. And with it being a long piece of card, always just go back and double check your top and bottom just before you cut. And then we just score in our lines. And I'm afraid I'm going to do the be naughty. There's no pre-mark on this board. So I'm going to take my centre point here. It doesn't matter where you do it on the scoreboard, but just this is the easiest. I'm just taking a pencil and I'm darkening up this middle score point, just because it makes it so much easier to line up when you're trying to do your scoring. Have I got a score tool?
Kat, I love a top tip from you.
Why
do all our little score tools go walkies?
I've not been in since last week, so you can't blame me.
No, we can't blame you.
Score tool. Oh no.
Let me see in here. I've got one. No, but I think we should get you one just in a second.
So I'll start lining this up while we're looking for one. And what it means by making it nice and dark, because it's a long piece of cardstock and we're lining up on a little bit of a jointy angle, you can double make sure that it's matching the same line at the top and the bottom, that you're not going over to a stray piece.
Our little...
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's flying in. Thank you very much,
Little
Emily.
pixie.
Honestly, what happens to them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They just like wandering.
I mean, which one on your team is the thief, Kat? That's the question.
I mean, I've been known, but I usually fess up. Once I find it in my box afterwards, I'll bring it back in and say sorry. So I don't think it's me. I'm going to do that on the other side. So again, the same as with your trimmer, I always just like to double check before I start scoring top and bottom, just to make sure I've got it right.
Linda will post them on our Facebook page, and we'll also pop them up on Kat's Facebook page too.
Yeah.
And if for anyone who's not already following Kat, please do.
Yeah, I've been a bit quiet recently. I'm very, very sorry, but I promise I'll get back up to speed soon.
Oh, Michelle's put the score tool has run off with the dye brush. They've eloped
do.
for Christmas.
I believe it. There's something going on there.
Michelle, you don't need to tell us silly things like this because you know how we are. We get silly, we get giddy.
Oh, we could have a wedding in the new year.
We could, couldn't we? Who's coming?
And then we're just going to snip our little corners off on our folds, just in preparation for when we stick it together afterwards. Now, I do this on all pieces. Normally, you would just put a folded side on one and they would all connect to each other. But because I wanted a little bit of extra sturdiness with this, and it just gives you a much need to finish if you've got both your edges scored in.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the basic panel done. So what we need to do next is our boxes that are going to go and sit up it. So what I've done here, and I will post these on the page for you. I have cut and put the instructions down for all the sizes of the boxes that I need to do. So we're going to start with box 1, which is the smallest box at the top, and I'm going to do this out of the lovely little Christmas tree jumper. And I'm just using my scraps from the other day.
Are you giving this to anybody, Kat?
I don't know. It needs filling first, doesn't it? We'll fill it later and take some pictures.
Do you know that our team and your team have got a bit of a craft competition coming up?
Have we?
So we have decided, me and Nat, that we're going to decorate. We're going to go to town on our Christmas decorations on our bank of desks.
I had a funny feeling this was coming.
And we're competitive here at Hunky Dory, as you all know. So, unfortunately, though, I've got Emily on our team, and she's not
up for it.
She's not up for it. So she's got a few holidays coming up recently. So when she's not in, we're gonna go to town. So when she hasn't got to say, all Christmas is coming out.
So for my first little box, I have cut this to 2 3/4 inches wide by 3 inches tall, and I'm now going to pop it on my scoreboard. So with the 2 3/4 inches face in the top, I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 3/4 inches, and 2 1/4 inches. And all the measurements are on here. I will post this up for you later if you don't get a good chance to see it sat on the desk. So then I'm going to turn it round to the 3 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 1/4 inches and 1 3/4 inches. And we'll start cutting in for our box. So what you do now is we're going to cut away fully this panel here.
I love that you've made your instructions fancy.
There's some days that you know that you're going to remember all your measurements, and other days that you know you're not. And today was one of them. So I thought, well, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And write myself a little cheat sheet and hopefully help crafters at home as well. So we cut that away, and we want to turn these 2 into 2 little internal tabs. So we'll just cut up here. Put a little tab in. Same on the other side, and we can cut that bottom square fully away. And the same on the other side.
I am absolutely loving everybody's goodie box post. I think everybody's really loving them. And some people have got some being delivered today. It's just super exciting.
It is very exciting.
I know I think it was possibly last week. So we all knew these goodie boxes were coming. And I was listening to one of the shows one day, and somebody, one of you lovely viewers, mentioned goodie box.
Did.
Oh, the panic you caused in the office was like, oh no, we've let our secret slip.
I know. Me and Anne-Marie were trying to play it down in here. We were
Yeah.
like, what goodie boxes? We know nothing.
Absolutely nothing
We
about
know
goodie boxes.
nothing. So I'm going to take my red liner tape because we want to make sure these are very nice and strong. So we're going to stick this to the two outside edges here and here. And I'm going to be making all 4 of these boxes up, and the cutting technique on all 4 of them is exactly the same, so you'll get to see it a few times over. So hopefully by the time we're finished, you'll have a very good idea about how each of them is done. Pokey tool, dye brush, we've got one of them, I've seen it. There we go. Do you still do advent calendars, Kelly?
Yes.
Do you?
I'm never too old for chocolate.
Oh, I don't get all ours go for the kids.
So I've actually got one at home for me and Dave, and then we've all got one on our team. So I've got 2, a work calendar and a home calendar.
So lucky. So yeah, I might just keep this one for myself.
Oh yeah.
That would be nice. I fill it full of cow things, and then so you just stick the 2 tabs down to the bottom, and then fold these 2 bits in, and then bring you back up, and you get a nice secure little box, and that would be perfect for fitting in like a like a celebration suite or something like that. That would be great.
The cutest little
And then
box.
just to finish it off, I'm going to add a little insert inside, just to pretty up a little bit. So the insert is going to be the same size of the front size of the box. So that will be for this one. It will be 1 1/4 inches tall by 3/4 wide. And then just a little bit of construction glue, and that should hold that in there really nice. I've got a very generous blob of glue there. Oh, it looks like a little dinosaur on the back. And we just pop that in, and you just get a nice finished look inside your box. So we'll pop that side. So that's box number 1 done. Box number 2 we are going to do out of this beautiful little reindeer one. So for this one, width, we are cutting to 3.5 inches. And a height, oh, this one's nice and square, of 3.5 inches. And I'll tell you what, while I've got my trimmer out, I'll cut my my insert. So I'm not coming back to it. So that'll be 1.5 by 1.5. And I'm going to place my insert over here so you can remind me when I'm searching it for it frantically in a moment. So we pop this onto the scoreboard, and it doesn't matter which way around you do this because both sides are the same. So on one of the sides, we are going to do, again, 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 2.5 inches, and 3 inches. And then turn it round, and we're at 1.5 inches and 2 inches. And then the cutting pattern is exactly the same. You cut away these 2 ones. You can take that all the way up there just to make a bit of ease for yourself. Cut that away. So do you just do chocolate advent calendars, or do you do anything a bit swankier?
We have started, so me, my mum and my sister, we have, see it's not come to me yet, but my mum filled it for my sister last year. And so I think my sister is filling it for me this year.
Oh, that's a really cute idea.
But yeah, I think it's just, I can't remember what it looks like actually. But it's just
so
little bits of
lovely.
things, which is nice.
I love that.
I don't know if my mum made it, because she's a little bit crafty.
Yeah. Like in a hunky-dory way, not like a cheeky way.
Yeah, hunky-dory way. Probably a bit of both.
If truth be told.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you make anything? Any advent calendars or super special gifts at this time of year? Or are you going to be making this that Kat's putting together today?
It's worth it. I'm not going to lie, it'll take you a little bit of time, but you've still got plenty of time to do it between now and then. And it's so worth it. It's such a fun one. And if you look after it, it will keep for years to come. So we fold these tabs in just exactly like we did before. Fold it up to the back and then pop in our insert.
Oh, these little boxes are so sweet.
They're so cute and so versatile. You could use them for so many different little things. You could incorporate them into other shapes. You could just do, if you've got like a big A3 piece of card, and you could just do lots of boxes just on one piece of card. You don't have to go with the funky shapes. So that was number 2. So your measurements are there, and I will post them up later. So box number 3, we're going for this beautiful red. Ooh, 4% flying, probably something I need in a bit. So with this one, we are cutting to a width of 4 inches. And a height of, what have I done here? I want 3.5. 3.5 by 4. Double check I've done that right.
So we were just talking before the show that Kat's got some holidays in December. So
Yes.
we might not see much of Kat on HGTV for December.
No, I might be a little bit missing in action.
A little bit, yeah. But are you here for Christmas Jumper Day? Are you here on
When's Christmas Jumper Day?
the 10th of December?
I am back. Yeah, I'm in. That's the one day I'm in that week.
And have you got a jumper ready?
I've got a shirt. Does a shirt count?
Yeah, we'll let a shirt pass. I think actually Alan wears a shirt, which is a good one. I'm sure he does. Emily, are you here?
Actually not.
Oh gosh.
I think she's done that on purpose.
She has, hasn't she?
I do have a Christmas jumper though. With the Grinch on it.
With
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you guys at home watching will think Emily's super sweet behind the scenes. No, no, no.
So for this box, on the 4-inch side, up at the top, I scored at 1 inch, sorry, half an inch, 1 inch, 3 inches and 3.5 inches. And then on the other side, I scored at 1.5 inches and 2 inches.
And as well, if you're making this, you don't need to use our pattern packs. If you've got our adorable scoreable, that would work the same, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And if anybody does make it, please send me pictures. I love
yeah.
seeing when you recreate things, because everybody has their own little twist on it, and it's like, oh wow, I wish I'd have thought of that.
Yeah.
And remind me when I come to my last box, I need to switch my card stock up because I changed what I was in front of my card.
So do 5 boxes go on each panel?
4, 6
boxes.
sides.
Oh, okay.
4 on each. Please tell me that adds up to 24. Please.
Oh, it's 23. Oh, yes. I'm not the best mathematician.
What's your favourite thing about Christmas? Choices.
There's so much, because at this time of the year I quite like that it's always dark
Yeah.
and cosy. I do. I am a bit of a hermit that way.
I like it, apart from when I've got to put my makeup on in the mornings in the dark. I always feel like I'm going to go out the house looking like more of a clown than I already do.
Don't say that. I mean, you shouldn't say the gifts, should you? Because that should be on the bottom of your list.
Why not? If that's what...
I like the Christmas presents.
We all like them.
I mean, I do like to give, but I do like to receive.
As well. So, insert for this little box is 2 inches by 1.5 inches. Presents are good.
Yeah.
We can't. That's what it's about, isn't it? I think it does change a bit when you have kids, because watching them get what they want becomes much more enjoyable than getting things yourself.
Oh yeah, I bet. Because they're so excited, aren't they?
They are. Okay, so last one, we're going for our biggest box at the bottom now. And we are going to cut this one to, I'll have to do it this way, 4.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And again, I'll do my insert while I'm here. 2.5 by 1.5.
And if you didn't hear us at the beginning of when Kat started this demo, you can get the Jolly Jumpers Adorable Scoreable Pattern Pack for just £2.99. So you're going to get 24 sheets in that pack of all these beautiful patterns.
So we've popped this on the scoreboard on our 4.5 inch side, and we're scoring at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 3.5 inches and 4.5 inches, and then we turn it round and we're scoring at 1.5 and 2. And this would be a great thing to make over a couple of nights. Now, if you spend one night doing your boxes and one night doing your panels and then putting everything together, so it doesn't seem such a daunting process all in one go.
Yeah. It's something super special to give, I think.
It is, yeah. And I've sized these boxes so they're a little bit deeper, so you can fit in those kind of sweets like you get from tin boxes and stuff, but you could also fit in like chocolate coins and the little chocolate Santas and things like that you get at this time of year. So there's lots of options you could fill it with.
Have you done all your Christmas shopping, Kat?
No.
No.
No. But December is manic for us because me and my husband both have birthdays next to each other. He's the 8th and I'm the 9th of December.
Oh, right.
And then we've got Christmas, and then my middle son Cooper is 29th of December. So
yeah, busy month.
It is. It's absolutely crazy. So it's just trying to find things to buy for 3 boys. Because they've had a version of everything at some point. It's just madness.
Handmade gifts.
Yeah. If only. If only. And Cooper in the middle, whose birthday it also happens to be, so that makes it extra hard, doesn't really play with toys. He's very much, I don't know, he just keeps himself occupied. So he's always been really hard to buy for anyway. And then the other two, Austin is Lego mad, which sounds easy, but he finds all these really abstract, discontinued packs of Lego that we have to search high and low to try and find, and then they want to charge you extortionate prices because they were discontinued 10 years ago. And then we've got Jackson, who, bless his little autistic heart, spends lots of time on YouTube following American YouTubers and all these obscure channels, and decides he wants all like their merch or random toys that they show that, you know, they're for sale in about 3 stores in the whole of America, and that's the only places you can get them. So yeah, it's a bit of a mammoth task.
I think we need to get started.
I'll leave it to Peter. With the help of his brother, he wrote his Christmas list the other day, Jackson. And it was this big long list of, like I said, all these really random things. And then at the bottom, he put £500 cash. It's like, right, okay, yeah. I think I'll put that on mine as well.
Yes, same here. Oh, it's a good thing. You've got to aim high, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think I might need to make him one of those checks.
Yeah, take one of these big ones.
Absolutely. So, there we go. That's our last box made. Pop this in. And now, bring back in our panel and we can stick these on.
Oh, I forgot to tell you to change your last, did you? Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. Change the
pattern of your last box.
I did. No, I remembered. I have done it back to front though because I was thinking, so the pretty pattern's gone on the back, but we're putting other stuff on, so it's not like the whole thing isn't lacking in detail.
Yeah.
So we put this one on the bottom. Just give that a good press down. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to bring in my other one to line it up against, just to make sure I'm getting my boxes in pretty much the same places.
Oh, look at this.
So I apologise in advance because I'm using construction glue because I want a really nice tight hold on here. Make sure you give yourself a really thick layer on the back so it will stick. But the one that I'm working on at the moment might just move around a little bit because I'm doing other things to it, whereas at home you've got more time to allow it to dry. So if they all start sliding off while I'm decorating, please excuse me. So you can just line them up. There we go. And our top one.
Carol has put, I have a busy December for birthdays and anniversaries too. The 1st, the 4th, the 16th, the 20th, the 23rd and the 24th.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is madness.
That's a party month.
Yeah, I think I'd just go on holiday. So what we're going to do now, I've just popped that to the side and I'm going to give it a couple of seconds to dry, and I'm just using this Fab Light little typewriter set that we've got of stamps to do our numbers with.
So, Kat, have you got this stamp set from our Black Friday deals?
I have. It's amazing.
Oh, and
have you seen the price of it? And it's so useful.
It's so good, isn't it? So that stamp set, usually £8, it is £2.99. And if you go onto the website, you go into the Black Friday and there's all different categories there for you to go and have a look at. We've got Moonstone dies, we've got Moonstone minis, we've got stamp sets, we've got Christmas stamps, occasion stamps, paper craft. There's just absolutely loads on there.
Okay, I'm going to cut these out separately, and I'm going to do them with Versamark and gold embossing powder. And I love these because the actual number element is almost the negative, so the bit that you see that we're heat embossing is the background, and then it leaves the number white. So my last number that I'm going to do, I've pre-done some, but I'll go with number 24 because it's the special one, the last one at the end.
Oh, Pat's just ordered her Christmas goodie box.
So exciting.
Oh, this is very fancy.
Yeah. This is another job you could do at night because this takes a bit of time as well. I think I'd underestimated how long it would take me to do the numbers. I think I've pressed down on them a little bit too firm, but just this 4 is not marked out very well, so I'm just going to go in with my pokey tool, and you can just put it in. There we go. And we'll heat emboss that, if I can find my gun, hiding under here. And that's just, oh, the plug's following me. Someone's been on an unplugging mission. There we go. So I'm just going to give that a couple of seconds to warm up, and then we'll go in. So what I did when I was doing my numbers, because I do them all individually and cut them out and stick them on, I don't try and put them close together and stick round, was I went through and I counted my number of zeros and then stamped my zeros out, counted my number of ones.
Oh, okay.
There's more ones and twos than anything else, obviously. And I find it easier that way than constantly going back and forth between the different numbers.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So we're just going to cut these out with a tiny little white border around the side, and you don't have to be too precise. I think it all adds to the finished look of it.
Mary, absolutely. You could also use this and make, I think, larger boxes and just do the first 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, you can really tailor this to whatever you want.
Yeah, and that's what we like doing here. We show you an idea that has lots of different techniques in it, and then you can just adapt it to your needs. I said if you've got small number dies, you could use them for that. For this, instead of doing all the stamping as well, that would be perfect. And then we're just going to pop a little bit of foam pad on there. And hopefully we're not very far off making the magic happen and putting it all together.
Oh, I like that. Making the magic happen.
Making the magic happen. So we'll bring this back in. And I think we'll stick the number 24 on our bottom box because we want a nice big goodie on the last day, don't we?
Oh, yes, definitely.
So we'll stick that on there. Put that in the middle. And then I've pre-done my other numbers for the rest of this column. So if I remember right, I think I've got 2, 8 and 17. If I remember which days I missed off. Don't go mixing my numbers off, so I'm going to stick 2 at the top. I've tried to keep single numbers at the top because there's not much there. We'll pop 8 down here. And 17 in the middle.
Yeah, if anybody makes this, we would love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Pop that there. And then I would normally add some gems, a few little bows, bling it up a bit, but I know it's taking a bit of time, so I'm just going to press on. get my red liner tape. So we're going to put this down both sides. Ooh. Maybe for Christmas Jumpers Day I could just come wearing this. I could wear it as a hat. Because it is technically made out of Christmas jumpers.
Are you going to have the treats in the hat, so you'll have to balance all
I'd be
day?
very popular all day.
You would be very popular all day. I mean, especially if it's got sweet treats.
Can you imagine? So this is the tricky bit now, and this is where they might move around a little bit, but I should have put my sprinklings away before. Right. So this has got my red liner tape on here. So I'm going to line this up to the other edge that I've made on this one. And get it as close to the top as possible. And just gently, because you've got two flaps underneath, you can pinch them together. Once you're happy with where they are, just to make sure that they're secure. Pinch them in place. But then when you fold it out, you get a much neater folded edge. These moving boxes are upsetting me, but we can't have everything in the time. So the last bit we've got to do is take off this edge and bring it all around, and then hopefully we will have our finished tree. So we're going to fold this red one in and fold this one round. We're just going to pinch it together. Don't worry too much about what it looks like at the top, because we are going to... Oh, look at my boxes.
I know they're falling.
It's all right, I'll fix it. We are going to cover that up with a star on top of the tree shortly. This is probably the trickiest bit of the whole thing, is getting these two joins here together. But just take your time, just push them down on each other and pinch them in from the inside. And there we go, and let me rectify my tilting boxes.
Oh, it looks so good.
There we go. And we've just got to finish with a star on the top.
Yep.
So pop that. I don't want to block the view. I'll pop it out of shot for a second. I promise I'll bring it back in. So gold mirror moonstone star die, and you want to cut this out 4 times out of the gold mirror. So you're going to do it for 2 separate pieces and stick them back to back, so you end up with a double-sided star.
Yep.
So I will just cut my second one. Oh, I'm making a mess with all this crafting today. And now I'm getting panicky because I know I'm taking a long time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Everybody's enjoying it.
My last demo is super simple, I promise. So that's just a bit of fun. So once...
We'll take a picture as well of Kat's demos after and put them online so people can refer back to the finished one.
Yeah, it does help.
Yeah.
And one more.
So I'm being silly. I don't know why we're doing so many stars.
Because we're going to stick it over like the top. It'll make sense in a bit. So we're cutting 4 because we're sticking 2 back to back to each other, because you are going to see both sides of the star when we pop it over the top. So I still want it to be nice and golden, shiny on the inside as well.
Yeah.
It will make sense, I promise. I've not just gone doolally, I don't think. I mean, there's lots of other things you could do. You could wrap up a bit of paper and make a little angel to go on top. You could maybe do like a little yellow pom-pom and add a star to either side. There's lots of different ways, but this is just the way I'm doing it today. So on this star, I'm just going to add some red liner tape to the top portion here, and then stick the other one to it, but then we'll be able to open up the bottom and pop it on top of our tree. I'm conscious of all my boxes. Kelly, can you do me a favour?
Yes.
Will you just hold this so my boxes can kind of just
Yes.
dry in the right position, because they are sliding all over the place.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Oh, I've been let loose on the craft. Oh dear.
That big pressure of standing and holding. See, I love construction glue because what it does, sometimes that little bit of wiggle room that we love it for can be a blessing, be a curse. Like with this star here, it's just wriggling when I want it, but as long as you keep vigilant and make sure.
Michelle, I'm sorry, it's because I just wasn't getting it. But I do now. She's put, Kelly, do not question the crafting genius that is Kat.
Oh no, please do question me. Sometimes I need questioning. So we're going to pop this one on top now. Just line it up as best as you can. Give that a good press down. But what it'll do, even though it's stuck at the top, it gives us like this little gap in the bottom that we can use to pop over the top. But it will still be super shiny on the inside for anything to see. So
yes.
let's have it back. Ooh. And we'll pop you down. And I'll decide where I want to put it, and then I can decide where I want to put my glue. I've made a bit of a gluey construction mess with this. So it's going to sit on this one and this one. So just going to use a little bit of tape, just so I know it's going to stick in place. So we'll add a little bit of tape to this panel here.
Caroline, Kat won't like that comment, will embarrass her, and she doesn't like it when we say nice things. She's put, so clever, Kat needs to write a book.
Oh,
well,
heck.
Look what you're doing for 2022.
Don't think I'm quite there yet. Oh, come on, red liner tape, don't defeat me now. We're so close. Don't think it likes being upright. See, this is where I start panicking. Everybody just needs to calm me down. Send calming thoughts. There we go.
Are you sorted? I can come back to me.
We're fine.
Okay.
I think. So we'll pop this over. Like I said, at home you'll all have a little bit more time to make sure that it is properly set and properly dry, and that you've got this back fold stuck together properly that I've just rushed.
Oh, it looks so good. Yeah, it is spelling your fear.
It's not working for me now. It worked at home. But just imagine that's our star sat on top.
Oh, it looks lovely. Thank you, Kat. And I'll take that off you after the show and pop it on my desk, if you don't mind.
Of course, yeah. Just let me get my boxes. Oh, I've lost my star again. I will fix it for photos afterwards, I promise.
So, you will know if you've been watching the show on Monday that we also added over 250 Christmas products to Black Friday deals. So you may have already been online and seen these, but I just want to ever so quickly show you that we've got what we've got on there and what's going quick. So we've got Christmas topper sets, just £1.50, lots of different styles here. There was at the beginning of the week over 20 to choose from, so I'm not sure if that's gone down. But just look how incredible these are. So £1.50 each. They are usually £2.99. And of course, we didn't just leave it there with topper sets. We added some full topper collections in there. So we've got this beautiful A Child Is Born collection. So it was $19.99. It's just $9.99. And so this also includes 2 bonus topper sheets for just $9.99. That's amazing. It's gold foiled. The images are just beautiful and just so traditional too. You know, if you've got any friends who just loves this sort of artwork, then that is perfect for Christmas cards for them. Oh, just look. We've got some beautiful patterns as well in the foiled borders. We've got, do you know, the cardstock there. So you might have already remembered this from when we did launch it, but just £9.99. And of course we didn't just leave it there. We've got inserts too. So you can get these for just £2.99, and there's 30, is there 36 in there? Yes, 36. So that will match perfectly with that collection. Snip into them, use them as inserts. Some of the patterns you could use as subtle backgrounds, but just absolutely beautiful. So I know that one was going quite quick. So let us know as well in the comments if you have already been and what you've bought from the Christmas lines, because we just love to know. And then this one I think is one of my favourites. It's one of probably everyone's Christmas classics. I mean, you can't get better than some of these classic images. Just look at little Father Christmas there. I was going to say Father Santa then. Look at Father Santa. Beautiful patterns with so much detail in here. Just look at that incredible house there. Got bits of snow, little tiny like sentiments, little scenes that you can pop out, speckled snow backgrounds. Oh, and then I know if you've been watching our shows for some time, you know we're all foodies. Mince pies there, amazing. And just look how, I think the colours in this one, they're very rich, they're very just like cosy scenes. The Christmas tree there. I mean, we may be decorating the studio Christmassy next week, getting in the spirit. Beautiful.
I think Emily's going to have to keep a door locked if you and Natalie are on walls. You'll be running into pinch decoration.
She's going to be coming in and saying, no, it's too much there, take it down. But look how beautiful. So this usually is $24.99. So you get 10 topper sets in a collection like this. And of course that's now $9.99, so it's less than half price for this kit. Oh, I just love it. There's just so much to look at, and I know I'm going through this fast, but you can have a good look on line 2. And of course when you click into any of these products, you can see some of the cards the team have already made. So you've got some inspirations straight from the start of what you can make, you know, with a kit like this. But I think a $24.99 kit for just $9.99 is incredible. Of course, comes with your inspiration sheet too, so you can see those cards there. And inserts, more inserts, so just £1. So make sure you go on, have a look at these incredible deals. And I know yesterday when I was looking, there's some, I think it's the Acorn Wood Christmas inserts, and they're just 50p.
That's
mad, isn't it? Inserts and papers, just 50p. So amazing. And let us know in the comments if you've already got some deals. But Kat, what are you making now?
We're back for another crazy one. I've composed myself a little bit.
Yeah.
We're going to make a fun little light up stage card with this beautiful
wow.
Happy Town set. So, okay, so I'm using the Happy Town at Christmas stamping pad, and I've taken out of there, I will have taken out all 4 sheets of the stage set. And I've got the little gorgeous, like little, doing the little nativity stamps. And we're going to build all this up into something quite wonderful.
Quite wonderful.
Quite wonderful, if I do say so myself.
Was that your posh voice, Kat?
It was, yeah. So I've taken a 7-inch card blank, and I'm going to cut this down to 6.5 inches. So we'll get the boring bits done and out the way first. So 6.5 inches. Ooh, not cut that proper. Not a good start, but easily fixed. By 6.5 inches. And we'll take, I've got some brown craft card that'll cover the whole base. And then our stamping pad sheets are exactly 6 inches. So I'm going to cut a mat for that of 6, and I'm going to go up 3 inches, 3 notches. So it's 3 notches over the 6 inches. And then that'll sort of sit on there perfectly.
And so the Happy Town stamp sets that you are using are in the Black Friday deals. So usually £4.99, but I think the Happy Town ones are our A7 ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they are just £1.99. £1.99.
Crazy prices.
Crazy.
So I am going to move away from my construction glue to use a bit of tape to put these together, because I'm building up lots of layers, and then to put in my little surprise element, my light up bit, I need to put a hole punch through all the layers. So I think it's easier just to do it with tape. It just gives it a bit more, what's the word? I don't know. I just prefer doing it with tape. It's just not as hard to get through with the hole punch as it is.
Oh,
So we don't need...
Sorry, I was just going to say lots of lovely comments about your last demo.
Oh, thank you. So we don't need to do any messing around with this. We just take the sheet straight out of the box. You don't need to cut it up or anything for your first one. And we're just going to pop that on there. And then we're going to layer it onto our brown craft card.
So I'm guessing everybody who is, well, they are everyone that's ordered a goodie box on Monday or even pre-ordered the goodie box on Sunday, they are going to be in for a chance of winning £250 store credit.
Exactly. Oh, I was saying the other day, I'm not one of life's winners. Whenever I enter competitions like that, it's never me.
But I say that, I say I never win anything, but then I don't enter anything.
Well, I think if you're so used to not winning anything, you just kind of give up, don't you?
Yeah.
I remember my mum once, when you used to do the school tombolas at school and stuff.
Yeah.
And people like that as well. There's always the same families that win all the prizes and the raffles and the tombola. And she went one year and she won this clock. And she wasn't very fond of the clock, so she saved it and put it back to the tombola the year after.
Oh, no.
And won it again. So she saved it again and put it back for the summer fair.
No, she didn't.
And she won it again. So she ended up painting it up and keeping it as a... She was like, I am just destined to keep winning this clock.
Unlucky. But does she like it now that she's personalised it?
We're going back many years when I was in primary school.
So the clock may have gone.
So I think, yeah, it found its way up to the caravan in Scotland that we used to have. And I think it might have stayed with the caravan. But I can still see it so clearly to this day because it was...
I'm trying to think if I've ever won any competitions. I don't think I have. Everybody is answering, well, not everybody, quite a lot for B for the Win It Weekly question. B, 2 seconds.
So I'm just going to have layered all them up and I'm just going to pop it onto my card front. And I'm going to do that with it in a temple position. So, and now I'm going to take my hole punch. And I've taken, it's got the middle size hole in it.
Yep.
And this does look a little bit random. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up some extra curtains and then fussy cut these out and stick them back on top. And then up in this top portion here, I'm going to stick some stage lights.
Oh,
But
fancy.
the lights I'm using need to be thread through from the back. So this is why I'm punching a hole in. So I know anywhere around here is going to be hidden. So I'm just going to randomly pick a spot and go down. And now I know I've got a good few layers of card to go through here. There's one layer of paper, then the mirror, then the craft card, and then the cardstock. But I think it's done it. Look at that lovely, beautiful, clean hole there. So I've got some craft lights, and you can pick these up just off Amazon.
Yeah. They're really handy, these, aren't they, for all sorts?
Yeah, I love using them. I put them in, we had a crazy Christmas hair day at Cooper's school last year, and I drew a Christmas tree on his head and then coloured the lights in, because these are just white, but you can use your craft markers to colour them in, and then threaded them through his hair.
Oh, gosh.
So you've got lots and lots of excess here, so you can trim these down. As long as you trim from this end and not this end,
Yeah.
you're fine to cut them. But I want quite a lot of a light effect. So what I like to do is if you just bring it down to the bottom and then just twist it up, and then you get more of a, you're keeping all your lights then, so you still got your present. So we just twist that up. I've got it on the edge of my finger and I'm just twisting it round, and I'm going to come back, do it again. And we're just going to do it a few times just so it's going to fit into the top of my card. And then we'll do it once more, and it gets easier the more you come up. So now we can take this end and we can just thread it through this hole at the back of the card here. I need to pinch it down a little bit. And then we just thread it through all the way, and that should be enough. And then if it's still a little bit longer, you can just twist it back over and stick it down. So I'm just going to move that out the way, and I'm going to take a little bit of red liner tape just to secure it in place when we know where it's going to go. So I'm just going to run that from the hole just over to this side. But like I said, all this is going to be hidden, so you don't need to worry that it's looking a bit crazy at the moment. And then if you just pop that on your red liner tape, give it a good press down, and that will hold. And then when you switch it on, you're going to get that lovely light effect at the top.
Oh, how
Okay.
lovely.
And we'll stick that bit down at the back. So what we're going to do now is we're going to create some fake curtains. So on the back of these, you also get this other paper that's like the curtain effect, like all coiled up. So we're going to cut 2 strips of this, and I'm going to cut this down to 5.5 inches, just so it's not quite as long. So we want 5.5 inches with the drape of the curtain going down. I think that's right. And then we just cut it in half. So we'll just cut 3 inches, and we should have two bits there. And then we could just pop this onto our scoreboard. You could hand fold this if you want, but we have the technology, so we will pop it on here. So we're just going to score each of these at 1/2 inch all the way across.
Listen to this comment. I won second prize in a magazine competition and had my bedroom decorated.
Wow!
We need to know more about this. Did you like what they did, or did you come back and be like, oh, I wouldn't have chosen that wallpaper?
Yeah, I think the control freak in me would be a bit like, it sounds like a good idea, but and then we're just going to concertina them up along the score lines, just to give us that curtain effect. That's one. So do you indulge in Christmas crafting, Kelly?
So last year I bought the recyclable brown paper
Yes.
and I stamped all my wrapping paper.
Ooh.
Only for Mum and sister, and then I used bows and I put a little like cinnamon stick and a dried
Very
orange
cute.
and a little bit of foliage, and they looked really good actually.
They do, they sound gorgeous. So the idea now is that we're going to stick these down on either side of our card here, just to give us a little bit more interest and height. Can you see how they're starting to look like curtains now?
Yeah.
Sticking these down though, because we've only got a few, the big pieces, but we've only got a few little bits of contact along these strips here, which can be a bit hard to do. So what I've got is our sticky mix sheets, and I'm going to use these as my adhesive for this, because you can cut much thicker bits and be a bit more accurate when you're sticking bigger pieces down. So I'm going to cut these to, I'm going to make sure that they are about the 5, they're not longer than the 5.5, no. So, and I'm going to cut these into 2 1-inch strips.
Kat, what were the stamps called on the first demo? Do you remember?
On the first demo,
My type of alphabet they are.
ooh, that's clever. I get it.
Do you get
I get it. It makes sense.
And the £2.99, I think we've just popped a link in there for you.
So the sticky mix sheets are fab. They're just basically an A4 sheet of double-sided tape, so they're absolutely great. So I'm going to stick this right up to the top and right to the edge of my cardstock as my inner layer that it will allow.
Oh, my watch just told me to stand up. Excuse me, I am stood up. How nice you could put this out, couldn't you? When you put your Christmas decorations up, and you can put the little light on. It looks so good.
Absolutely. You could turn it into like a little play set if you added some, if you put it onto magnetic sheets and stamp the stamps onto magnets as well. So you could have like a little play board as well.
Oh.
There's lots and lots of things. So now we've got lots of sticky points where these can grab hold of. So I'm just going to line my edge up with the edge of the card again. We're not too worried about that being the bit that sticks, as long as it gets a couple of the inner points there. And what you can do, just to make sure that it's meeting, is I've just got my, or I did have, thought to put it in. I've got like one of my little ball tools, and you can just rub that up and down where the line is, just to make sure that it's nice and stuck onto the adhesive there. And then the same on the other side. The one thing with this card, if you're making it though, I would definitely make, if you're giving it to someone, a box or something for it to go in.
Yeah.
Because if these get squashed in any way, the whole thing's going to squash down and stick onto the stickiness that's at the back. So to keep it nice and 3D and effective, protect it if you put it in any kind of flat packaging. So exactly the same on this side. And I'll just take this, rub that along to make sure these bits are nicely stuck down on the sticky sheets. There we go, so that's that laid on. So now I'm going to go back in with my third sheet, and we're going to cut out the curtains.
Oh, nice.
To go over the top, just to build them up. So a little bit of fussy cutting. She says, my hands are...
Are your hands cold?
I don't know, they just say, no, we don't want to use scissors today.
I like that. I think our lovely Jess has put in the comments, let us know what you've been getting in our Black Friday event, and June's put all sorts and too many to mention.
Aw.
I love that. I think now we have added the last of the deals today. So if you might have got the email already, but the magazines and books have been added today. So those fabulous prison books that we have, the handbooks, the adorable scoreable handbooks, they're all on the website now, which brings, I think, the amount of deals on there is possibly over 1,000.
It's massive, isn't it?
Isn't it? And there's fabric, if you don't know, we've got fabric on there.
So much fun.
Diamond sparkles, crystal art. Kat, do you like crystal art?
I've never had the time to play with it really, in all honesty, because of everything else that I'm doing.
Because we keep you busy enough, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm just going to cut a few more strips of this, just to help stick this on top of my concertina curtains. And again, you could go back to your tape, but I've got it out here, and it just gives you that little bit of a larger surface area when you're sticking it to an uneven surface. Got so many tools I didn't quite know which one to pick up then.
I know you've got a little bit of a messy desk going on.
I know. It has been tidied up from before. It was a lot messier, but we're getting there. So we'll sit this back over the top, and you'll see now this will cover up our workings at the top. So we just want to line that up so there's nothing poking through. And if you press that down, it will hit on your concertinas there. And just because it's bugging me while I see it, I'm just going to add a couple of little gemstones to these curtain points here, just to prettify them up a bit.
Andrea has put, well, where to start? Guillotine cards, stamps, and some hubby doesn't know about. Oh, and 2 goodie boxes that he does as it's for my Christmas present. So does that mean when they arrive, Andrea, are you opening them, or are you going to save them and open them on Christmas Day? Like, what's everybody doing? Are you having a sneak peek? I mean, what we should have done is the hunky-dory tape that we have, we should put that up on the website so that if people want to open it but not tell anybody, you could just retape it.
So I've pre-stamped and coloured 2 of my little characters, and I'm just going to do the little girl in the present now. This is so strange. I've just realised. My friend messaged me last night. She went, I'm messaging you because you're the most creative person I know. Ophelia's been asked to take part in the Christmas play.
Oh, yeah.
And she's absolutely fuming because she's not got the part of Rudolph. But I've got to dress her up as a Christmas decoration. Have you got any ideas? And then this little girl's just like a Christmas, well, she's a Christmas present, but same thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we should do Christmas fancy dress here, shouldn't we? Do you think so?
No.
I think we should. I know who will be up for that. Natalie.
Yeah. It depends how extreme you want us to go.
Oh, extreme.
Oh.
Last show of the year.
Oh, it's okay, I'm not here. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, Christmas
Go
fancy
mega.
dress.
I want someone to come as a full Christmas tree.
Oh, that would be so good.
So we'll just give her a quick colouring in. Again, something you can spend more time on at home.
Yep, and these stamp sets, the Happy Town, are just £1.99. And I think there's a few that you can choose from.
There is. What colour bow, Kelly?
I think she wants a purple bow.
Purple? I want to go for purple. But
Sorry.
I'll let you choose, so I've got to go with it now.
She'll match the background of the card.
Yeah, she will. We'll better do a purple box then, hadn't we? So we're not... So she's matching. I was thinking more reds and greens, a traditional kind of thing, but we'll keep her on brand. We'll keep her.
Oh, yes.
Oh, we should have done blue. She could have been a little goodie box.
Oh, she should have been a goodie box. I can't find the comment, but somebody has just, oh yeah, and Melanie, quick question. I'm making Christmas crackers. Do you have the bang for the crackers on your website? We don't. But Kat, do you know where we get them from?
I don't know what we're allowed to say. We're not. I would have a look online, that good old-fashioned Amazon. If you can't get it on there, then I'd be surprised.
Could Dan come as a fairy in a tutu?
How much improvements do you actually think you would need?
I could put that to him, definitely. I mean, he got dressed up for Halloween, didn't he? He
did. Well, he got a fancy suit, didn't he?
He got a fancy suit. He did have 2 fancy suits, but I think he chickened out of one.
Did he?
Yeah.
And what do you... It's not like it's something you can wear somewhere else, is it? I'm a little bit confused.
Well, he said that in his Halloween suit that he did go to the shop. I was like, no, you didn't.
Right, little purple shoes, little purple arms. Not the best colouring I have ever done, but don't look at that one. Look at the other 2.
They are
So
really cute.
We'll just cut her out. And this would be such a fun card for the kids.
There's some really lovely Christmas stamps online as well. I think I really like stamping at Christmas.
Yeah. Because you don't have to go too complicated with it. Sometimes just keeping it simple, just lovely little crisp black and white stamps.
Yeah.
Like you said, or black on craft card. Just look absolutely stunning. Okay, let's add some foam pads to these little guys.
I think as well, if you're not a stamper or you're not confident with die cutting, when things are on incredible prices, you don't mind about buying them and experimenting.
No,
So
not
you
at
don't,
all.
yeah, you don't feel as nervous that you're not going to be able to, you know, make something that you're really happy with. But it's all about practice, isn't it?
That's it. Again, I mean, that if somebody told you for the basic ingredients for that, materials for the advent tree,
Yeah.
it was going to cost you $2.99 for a pack of card and $2.99 for a stamp set.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're going to get that at the end of it. You think they were having you on. So let's stick our little fellas down. So we've got little man in his penguin suit. Little donkey over to this side. And we can have the little girl front and centre. And then quickly before we do the big reveal, I'm just going to pop this on the inside. So again, take a nice big bit of this sticky mitt sheet. Take a bit that's got the actual peel off, so make life easier for myself. And when you're concealing things like this inside cards, I do like to try and make it as neat as possible. So I'm going to pop that down over the hole there. Find where I've hidden my dye brush. And you can just pop your light over the top, and then this should wrap around a couple of times, and then you can secure that with a little bit of extra tape if need be.
Yeah.
But it's nice and neat and tucked away on the inside then. And there we go. I better switch it on, Anta. I better give it its full effect. I don't know if you can see it that much there. And there we have a beautiful 3D light up.
Oh, it looks so good. Thank you so much, Kat.
Layout card.
So we've
There
made
we go.
some absolutely incredible demos today, and from the comments we all know that she's She's too good, isn't she? She's too good. But before we go, I'll just quickly show you some more of what's on offer in our Black Friday event. So we've got our Snipper Balls, which I know Kat did a demo with our cute ones, I think last week.
Yeah.
But these are the Christmas ones, and we know how popular they are. So if you want to make decoupage, but you know, I think if you was to get the decoupage dies, they're quite expensive, aren't they? But these ones, am I getting it muddled up?
They're very well designed. That it's all within the one die, so you don't need lots and lots of pieces. You just cut the die how many times it's on your sheet. So it's usually between 6, 7 or 8. It's the one die, you cut it out the amount of times, there's 7 on there, and then you just snip into it and build the layers up. Yeah,
so it is super easy. So you can get this pad for £5.99. There's the die sets to choose from as well, get them both together. We've got in our paper pad section, we've got quotables pads, and we've got Christmas little books that were added as well. So this is just £3.99, and just look how beautiful if you was to add that into the centre of your cards. How fancy does that look? It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh, so for just £3.99, that is lovely. So you'll find that on the website. And of course, we had Moonstone Minis, Moonstone dies, but we've added some Moonstone Minis. So these ones that you can see here, just all on the site for £1.50. So you've got your sentiments, you've got more elements that you can add. So there's just so much, and as I said before, we've added books and magazines today, so if you need any more tips, make sure you grab our Crafting with Hunky Dory magazines, because you can apply the same sort of techniques to any of the card kits that you've got at home too. But I think that is everything from us today.
Am I all right just to do this really, really quickly?
Yes.
I did promise people the other week when I was on my Anne-Marie would show them how to make a pom-pom with the bow maker.
Okay.
So I was just going to do a really quick, funky, what's it called? Brussels sprout pom-pom hanging decoration.
Of course.
But I promise this one's not too fiddly. I will be as quick as possible. All you need really for the basics are some green wool.
Green wool, yep.
And your bow maker.
Our bow maker is ace, isn't it?
It's so much fun. You can do so many things with it. I'm getting my wool trapped in my microphone wire. So I'm going to set these 2 prongs at the 2 furthest away points, and I'm just going to wrap it round to start off with a couple of times, and then I find it easier once you've got a grip, if you turn it onto its side, just start wrapping away.
I love making pom-poms.
And the more times you wrap, the thicker and fuller your pom-pom will be. Da, 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 da.
We need a little theme tune.
I know.
I'm not going to sing for you because, well, actually, just before the show, I sang some Adele for Emily, and she said never again.
Oh,
She doesn't appreciate my talents.
it is truly one thing I wish I could do. I'd love to be able to sing.
Oh, sing and dance.
I would just absolutely love it. Now, because this is quite a big one, I am going quite a lot.
Okay.
But we'll get some of the effect. You keep going at home to get more fullness. And then you just cut it. I'm going to cut myself a decent size amount because I need this to tie in the middle, but then I'm also going to use it as my hanging bit as well.
So is this a little Christmas decoration?
It is. I'm going to turn it into a little cheeky Brussels sprout if I've got time, if I'm allowed, or I can just show the pom-pom if not. So we thread that through the bottom to about the middle section. You don't need to be too precise, but the closer the better. Pull that down so it's nice and tight, and then what I like to do is thread it back under again. She says, see, this is as soon as I start to be quick, I start going slow. So thread each through back round, and then you get a really nice tight secure middle. So nice and tight.
I know somebody commented before and said all the decorations on the tree are handmade.
Wow,
I
that's
know.
commitment. Love it. Okay, so we keep that nice long bit out, so then we're not going to mistakenly cut that. You could do it in another colour, just to make sure. So then you just pull it off, and you'll see you end up with almost 2 half semicircles here. And what you want to do is get your scissors inside there, bite halfway, and just start cutting. Start trimming up.
With our rainbow scissors,
Of
which
course, yeah.
are 30% off at the minute. So I believe.
Pull that out of the way. And there you go. You get your basic pom-pom. Now, like I said, I would keep going a little bit longer just to make it a little bit more thicker and fuller.
Yeah.
And then all you do, just to make it a little bit more rounder, and this will give it a little bit of thickness as well, just give it a little haircut. Any little random pieces that are just sticking out, they're a bit too noticeable. But there you go. There we've got a basic pom-pom. So I've kept them a long thread on it, so I can use it as a hanging decoration. So I'm just going to tie this off and trim that away. And then I'm going to make him a little Christmas hat. Really, really simply, I've got a sheet of our double-sided duo design papers. My trimmer. I'm just going to cut an 1.5 inch strip. I'm going to use a little bit of tape on one end. And fold that round, stick it to itself.
Oh,
and then we're just going to cut it into a little crown. Just cut some little things in. If these crease down, it's not the end of the world. It's only just a little bit of fun. But just cut yourself some little triangles out to give it that kind of Christmas crown hat shape. Can be a bit more precise than me at home. I'm trying to rush. These must be the cheap Christmas cracker hats. These are a little bit of a mess. But they're definitely not the Marks and Sparks ones.
No, these are the pound shop ones.
Yeah. I'm just going to take, you could use a little bit of red liner tape. Well, I'm just taking the construction glue for ease. Maybe a bit of hot glue for this would be good.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
thread that through. Pop his little hat on. Give it a pinch inside, make sure it's stuck. And then just stick a couple of googly eyes on, shall we, for the fun of it.
I love googly eyes.
They're so much fun, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, that's something as well that the kids would really enjoy doing.
It is, yeah. Yeah, because you could do 2 ones out of white for like different sizes, make little snowmen.
Yeah.
There we go. It'll probably all fall apart when I hold him up. But there we go. There's
Oh, look at him. He is so cute. I love it. Thanks, Kat.
You're welcome.
Is that coming to my desk as well?
It can do.
I've taken everything that Kat's made today, but thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you've enjoyed Kat's demos as much as we've enjoyed them, and just something nice. And if you try making any of these projects, please let us know, because we'd love to see. And we'll be back on Friday. We will be unveiling another goodie box with Nat and Kat, and we will have some more fabulous demonstrations. It's bye from me.
Bye from me.
Bye from Kat. We will see you next week. Oh, see you on Friday. Goodbye.
Bye.